So, what are cravings?
Craving is like, it feels like a pull towards specific foods, and it feels like you can't stop the pull. I mean, your thoughts is wrapped around a certain kind of food, could be chocolate, could be cheese, could be, different kind of foods. But when you think about the food, you want the food, and it gives you something on an emotional level, and then again it starts to give you bad conscience. You feel bad about yourself because you shouldn't think about that food, because when you think about it, you will be more able to go out and get it, even though it's on the street and you have to go on your bicycle and drive through the city.
Yeah.
But you'll do it instantly when you get the cravings. So you both love cravings and you hate it. But most people want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Especially if they want to lose weight, because they know the cravings are the problems.
Yeah. Cravings haunt people, and it makes people feel like they're out of control, that something takes them over, and it causes so much suffering for people. Um, if people are in balance around food, then if there's a chocolate and someone offers, they can have it, or if it's in their house, they go and have a chocolate. And most people don't have a friend who puts the lid on the box and takes it away, right?
Yeah.
They just keep going and going, and it could be chips or candy or chocolate or alcohol or anything. What triggers this?
There are several things I think that triggers the cravings. One of the strongest triggers is that a lot of people have a strong definition of right food and wrong food. So you have this long list of forbidden foods, like forbidden fruits, and like in the Bible, and then you eat one bite of the forbidden food, could be chocolate, could be chips, and then instantly you want more of it because it's forbidden. You're not allowed to eat it, and probably you haven't eaten it for a long time. So it's this definition of right and wrong, and you try to be on the right all the time. You try to eat the right way. You try to be the right person eating the right foods.
Yeah.
But no one, no persons are right or wrong. We are both. And it's the same with food. No food is right or wrong. There is some food that if you eat a lot of it, then probably it's not healthy for you. But, all studies about nutrition shows that it's the very, 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 what do you say? The complexity, the variation of food that's the most healthy. So, if you're the kind of person that never allow yourself sweets, then you probably have a lot of cravings for it. Maybe you can, for a period of time, you can shut it out, and you can have. I'm not this sugar person. I never eat sugar. But then when you have the sugar, and someday you will, eventually you will have a piece of chocolate, and then you're caught up in. For some people, it takes 2 days. For some people, it takes a month, and they just jump right into it and they binge eat it.
Yeah.
Because now they can get it, and they don't know when the next period of restriction takes over.
Yeah. And it's like a pressure builder. So the more one believes it's not okay to have this, or thinks I shouldn't have this, or knows this is not healthy, but wants, the cravings are there, the pressure builds up and it gets so intense that explodes eventually into the extreme of that type of binge eating. But what is that pressure? What drives that? Why is it that people need to eat foods that they know actually aren't healthy for them?
Could be emotions. Could be, it could be this definition of right and wrong, but could also be that every time you have a certain emotion and it gets intense and you can feel it in your body, your thoughts wraps around these emotions. You don't want to have this emotion. Could be anger, could be sorrow, could be a lot of things. Then you instantly crave food because you get something out from it. I mean, when you think of food all the time, you cannot think of the feeling. You cannot feel the emotion. So it's actually very comforting to think about, to obsess certain foods, because then you cannot feel anything, or you can't take action on which emotions is there. You don't listen to yourself, and that could be quite pleasant. It could be like a pause for something that's more difficult than thinking about food, because that's pretty pleasant.
I find that there is, we all have pain in our lives, and some people cope better or are more resilient in dealing with the pain that they're in, or the discomfort of certain experiences that they have in their relationships. And when people don't feel like or think they cannot cope or don't want to face certain feelings, they want to bury them. And there are many ways to bury feelings: avoidance, denial, and a very common way for people to do this is to eat. They just feel like this is too much. I don't want to deal with this. And oftentimes they don't even know they're thinking it's too much. And they grab for food and they just eat and eat